Hi, welcome to Things That Keep Us Up at Night podcast hosted by Kath and
Kandi.
We're really talking about things that keep us up at night. So
Today we have a special guest, one of our best friends in the world called Moira.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Moira and I am one of Kath and Kandi's bestest friends in the world. And I'm happy to be here even though I'm really nervous.
Being nervous is very you know what? This is what we always say. Kandi and I always say, you're not relevant enough to get canceled. So you're never gonna get
true.
canceled.
Oh, that's true.
Today's topic is friendship because today is today that the day we're recording it is International Friendship Day. So happy International Friendship
Day. Happy International Friendship Day. That's so cute.
So we have a list of things that we want to talk about, starting with our friend group. Let's talk about our friend group. I think our friend group's pretty solid compared to other friend groups. So yeah,
okay, continue.
I don't think it's good to judge other friend groups, but then at the same time, I'm like, I think we can be the judge a little bit of that because we have a fantastic, phenomenal friend group. You know, we have
I agree.
interests.
Yeah, I feel like it's also like our friend group is like as a whole we're really like compact, and then but then like even with like one another we all have like different dynamics with each other. So yeah.
That's true. Do you have anything to say about our friend group, Moira?
I just feel like in our friend group it's very chill. We have a lot of subgroups in the friend group, and that's okay.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a fun friend group. I think it's a great friend group. We don't have any problems almost ever. Like very rarely do we have any problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when we do, it's not like snitchy.
It's solved like pretty easily and like
that's
in a non-toxic way. I just feel like that makes us a great judge for other friend groups. Even though you just said we are not allowed to judge other friend groups, I feel like that makes us qualified because we have a good friend group.
I agree. I actually kind of agree with that. You know, I noticed that a lot of friend groups, they tend to be a little bit snitchy towards each other. You know, like if they have a problem, they don't talk about it with each other. Versus we cannot handle it. We have to confront.
Yeah.
What kind of problems, Kandi? Can you elaborate? What kind of problems?
Oh, okay. So it really depends, but sometimes the problems that we have, I feel like are strange.
What?
Like, it's not really, because we don't have problems like, oh, this person I like also likes this girl who I'm best friends with. You know, it's not that kind. It's not that kind of tea, but our tea is more like, oh, she's so annoying because she's so sad, but she doesn't want to tell us what it is, you know? She's not telling us why she's sad.
I didn't
and then we get
you
annoyed.
To say that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I agree.
Yeah, but I feel like for us, we also don't really hold grudges, right? Like we talk it out. Like obviously there's still gonna be like some awkward tension for like a few days, I guess. But I think like 2 days tops, right? And then after that, like we're back to normal, to be honest.
Yeah,
I feel like I do hold grudges, but like sometimes I bring it up in like a funny way, just to remember something like funny, because that's how I look back on like almost all my arguments with friends. It's just like something funny now. It's pointless. Like when you think back on it, it's like, why did we end up fighting about this? It's kind of stupid. So
yeah, that's true. And
that's what I think.
We tend to say stupid things sometimes too. So then I feel like some of our arguments are also like that, I guess.
I feel like now I never really like talk or snitch about my friends. The way, like, I don't call it snitching, but if I'm annoyed at one person and I want to talk about it to someone, I'll like talk about it, but I'm not saying bad stuff about that. I'm just saying like, I'm just confused. I'm just trying to understand the situation. Like, why is this person acting this way? Is it just me, or is it like does everyone feel the same way?
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
Like I do that with Kath too.
Yeah, she does it with me, and I'm like, what the hell? But like, I mean, I also feel like, right? Because like you don't necessarily like want to confront them too early and like kind of hurt their feelings, you know? And like kind of like in the end, like what if you're the problem? So it's kind of just like, ooh.
That's true.
And I feel like it's good that our group never like has problems, like we will never have problems about like guys. I mean, that's like, in my opinion, we'll never have problems about guys. I don't know like about you guys, but I'll never have that problem. So I'm okay with it. And I just feel like I don't think we're the type of people to fight over something like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't like the same guys. Like all of us have a different taste in guys. So I mean that works out.
I've never liked any guy, period, Kandi.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that, honestly. But like that just kind of shows how the guys in our school are. Okay, no offense. Okay, yeah, I've also dated someone from my school. Okay, I was happy in the relationship. Do I want to go back to that relationship? I don't think so.
I just feel like for me it's weird because I've been with these people since first grade.
That's why. That's the problem. That's the weird thing.
Weird. You saw them. You've seen each other grow up, and I'm like, I will never like you. These are people I've seen since I was like how old? Like 7. Exactly. Like, that's weird to me.
Oh yeah, it's different for me, right? Because I moved in like to our schools like grade 7.
I don't know. I just don't see high school sweethearts ever happening. Like it's very rare. When I think about some of the people in our school, I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work out, but you can do whatever you want. That's what I think.
Speaking about boys and friendship, it's like we have a lot of guy friends too.
I don't.
I do.
You do.
Well, okay. Well, Kath and I do. And it's really weird. You know.
No, it's really weird because like we get closer to them and we're like, oh yeah, you're like my like brother, you know. I don't see you that way, right? And then suddenly it's like it's either you're my brother or like you're like my gay best friend, right? And then
what?
Yeah,
and then I get it.
They catch feelings for you, and I'm like, but I've already established like I don't see you that way, so I'm just like,
exactly.
I get that. Like even though I don't really experience that often, I understand how you feel. But I just feel like every time I hear about some friend groups and then they break up because of a guy, I just feel like it was never meant to be. If you're arguing about something like that, maybe the friendship isn't just it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Like you have to have your priorities, you know.
No, because like a man isn't something you argue about. Like to be honest, it's not the matter of like I liked him first or something like that. It's more of like the matter of like, do you think I don't know, okay? Because I've never really fought over a guy. Kandi and I's thing is like different. But like I feel like you guys should just talk it out, you know, like how you should find a solution that like won't hurt either one of you, you know.
Yeah, I agree. But like, I think like okay, what are your opinions? Sorry, what are your opinions on like best friends, dating your best friends?
No.
Dating your best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't know. I've never experienced it, but based on like if I were to imagine, I'm just saying you have to think maybe it's meant to be like there are some friendships that everyone's like already knows like you guys have something going on, but will you like ruin your friendship just for something that might not work out? Like you don't know if it's gonna work out. What if it just ends really badly? You will lose a friend too. You don't just
that's what I always think about, right? I'm like plus because like a dynamic of like two best friends and like a boyfriend and girlfriend is really different, right? So I'm like I don't necessarily want to date my best friend, right? Because like if we like do break up, I'm gonna lose a friend and a boyfriend. So I'm just like,
I suggest if a guy says, "Don't worry, I'll still be friends with you even after we break up."
It's a lie.
Trust me, don't do that.
Yeah. Never.
I just feel like it's so unrealistic because like obviously if you guys break up, something went wrong or something just isn't meant to be. So how do you like how continue to be friends after that? It's like awkward, right? Just like even if like you guys were a thing and then you're not a thing anymore, like just like being like just weird. I applaud those who can stay close friends after a breakup. Yeah. I just feel like it's kind of impossible.
Yeah,
you like just want to not have anything to do with them.
Yeah, like I'm friends with my exes, but like I'm not close with them. Like I'm like on good terms and I still kind of talk to them sometimes, but like it's not like to the point that like I actually talk to them every day. So like I also can't imagine still being really, really close friends with your ex. So
I don't mind it, but I just think, I mean, in my case, don't see that happening because no thank you. But like I understand being friends with your ex, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea as long as you don't rekindle anything and then there's some strange emotional stuff happening here, then I think it's fine. Anyways,
I just realized why did we turn into like the relationship podcast? This is not
true. No, but
what we were supposed to be talking about.
We're talking about like friendships, right? And I guess friendships kind of like relationships, because you know sometimes people have relationships, like romantic relationships with their best friends, which you know we have established. Don't do that.
Okay, but this is like something that I always wonder. I also need help with. So, how do you make good friends? Is the question.
Okay.
Ooh, I feel like, in terms of like what, like you like moving to a new school or like you just wanting
just like anything, just like making a new friend. It doesn't have to be from school. Like just making a friend. How do you
I
do
feel
it?
like it's mostly like if you think about it, like this is just like my point of view, you know, like the reason why you actually have all these close friends at school is because you always show up to school, like you're there like often, right? So I feel like the way to like make more friends is that like you actually just show up to a place like consistently, you know, like for example, like you join like this Discord server or something. Like I feel like just like join that like quite often or something. It's just an example, okay? I don't know. It's just an example. Stop it. And then after that, like I feel like you can just like make more friends. But then good friends, I feel like that's just a matter of like having experiences together and like making memories together and like
fair.
yeah, because like in the end, like you can only know like their true personality like once you've known them for like a quite long time, I guess. So yeah.
I think in terms of meeting people for the first time, you just have to be open, because I don't like, I mean, I like meeting new people just for the sake of getting to know somebody because I think people are interesting. But then I don't stay friends with them. I think if you want to stay friends with them, then you have to find similar interests, start from there, and then you can continue the relationship. But then you also have to pay attention to like the dynamic, right? Because like sometimes two people don't work out together, or
Yeah.
so like
especially
if we were
with
to
like
add people to our group, for example, it probably wouldn't work out.
yeah because it's
honestly
also like you can't have like people with the same personality, you know, low-key.
Honestly, like when it comes to this topic, I feel like if you want to make good friends, you just don't think about making good friends. I feel like it just happens.
True.
If you're too busy like worrying about how to do it, I feel like you're kind of not doing it right. You're creating like you're trying to like portray yourself as you're trying to force it. You're trying to like act like someone you're not and try to, you know, go. It's good to go out of your comfort zone every once in a while and try to make friends. But sometimes I feel like the best friendships just happen naturally.
Definitely agree. Yeah, I think so. But then like, you know, I don't know if y'all believe in MBTI or whatever, but I feel like to some extent that actually does ring truth when it comes to friendships. Because, you know, whenever we see our MBTIs, they always match. Like you can kind of tell the type of person that they are, and it kind of matches them. And then you're like, oh, that's the reason why we are really close, probably because you have that extroverted side that I need, and I can give you some introversion. And then I don't know, etc.
If you see our group, it's pretty like balanced. I feel like there's more extroverts maybe than introverts in our group, but then I feel like we balance each other out.
Yeah,
and I think it's good. I think it's great. I actually really believe in like that MBTI thing. I think actually like whenever I read it, I feel like that's like I just know that's, for example, I just know that's so Kandi when I read like her personality type. And then it helps because there's stuff that's like, oh, how do you deal with them, like when they're feeling sad, like what are they probably feeling? And it's like usually pretty accurate. So I'm like always like, oh, that's probably what Kandi's feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, but
yeah. I think they're so that's how to make friends, I would say.
Yeah. What are your guys' love language?
Oh, we talked about this recently.
What is your love language?
Mine's definitely making fun of people and spending time with them, because I don't like spending time with a lot of people. So
are you talking about your love language that you're just like making up, or like the official love language? Because there's like 5, right?
I guess for me it's spending time with them then.
Yeah, that's one of them.
What is the official 5? I don't even know what the official 5 are.
I forgot.
I think it's quality time, acts of service, gifts. I forgot the other 2.
Oh, but I give
touch.
So.
Touch is one of them. Touch. I forgot the final one. Oh, words of affirmation. Mine is words of affirmation.
Oh, mine is actually quite a lot. Words of affirmation, gifts, and I think low-key touch, but like I'm not really that touchy, but like
I'm not.
I'm not really that touchy, she says.
No, hey, Kandi, you used to be so touchy to me, and I was like, ew. But like the longer I hang out with you, I'm like getting more touchy, which is kind of weird. And then I'm just like, oh. But yeah.
That's cute though. That's like your friend, like Apa makes you more like open.
No, but it's a different, you know. She got me to be more touchy, and she became less touchy, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think as I grow older, the less I like to be touched.
Me too.
But
I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I will randomly hug somebody that I'm really close to, but I don't necessarily like it when they do that to me. But then if it's somebody I'm close to, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Like I don't mind it. Yeah. But then if it's like some person I'm like not that close to, then I'm a little bit
obviously not.
Yeah, of course not. Can you imagine like a random classmate that you're not close to, somebody comes over and hugs you? I'll be like,
that's gross. I would scream. Exactly. Actually, that's disgusting.
But mine's definitely spending time, yeah. Because like I don't really ask people to hang out, and if I get asked to hang out, sometimes I don't go. So sometimes yeah, so then like I feel like if I do accept an invitation, I probably really enjoy your company.
Oh
wow.
Mine is like words of affirmation, and I think it's like acts of service. I don't necessarily do a lot of things for other people, but I like them. I like it when people do stuff for me.
Yeah. You're the only person I do stuff for real.
I sound so selfish. I like it when people do stuff for me, but like it's true. Like it's sweet when people do stuff.
What do you mean? Like they give you gifts or what?
No. It's like if you like imagine you hate doing like this group. You hate doing a chore or something. You have to wash dishes or something, and you hate it. So this person's like, oh, I know Moira hates it, so I'm gonna do it for her.
Something like that. I do that, but only for Moira.
What? Why?
I offered Kath to write a letter to like Akop or something recently.
Yeah.
One time after hanging out with Kandi, I had to go and shower, and Kandi did my work for me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wow.
That was so funny. I didn't even ask. Like she wanted to do it. So I love her for that. That was so I felt so like Kandi's so sweet.
I mean,
I don't think she wants to do it. Like who would be excited to do work? But the fact that she wants to do it for me is like so sweet.
Well,
that's
thank you.
What I think.
I love giving gifts to y'all too.
I do like giving gifts, but I get stressed out because I don't know what to give someone.
Me too.
Okay, well,
I do love giving gifts.
I love giving gifts. Like I really love. Like whenever like I come back from somewhere, I always like give gifts because like I love like just like giving it. I don't know, like something about that it just makes me happy. Like
it's cute.
And then like I write like personalized like letters sometimes.
Exactly. That's like the best part. But some of our friends don't really do that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind it. But then
once I'm not gonna name who. I got something for someone, and then I wrote a letter, And then they threw away the letter, and I was like, and I saw it, and I was like,
in front of you? Oh my god!
Like no, like you know how there's like trash cans outside of our classroom? We were all coming out of the classroom, and I was behind them, right? And I saw him toss it out, and I was like,
I would do that if you're like at home, like, and it's just like a simple letter, like if it's only like here's the gift, like okay. But if it's like a really meaningful letter, I'll probably keep
mine
it.
was a meaningful letter.
Also, the fact that she threw it away in school, that's so sad.
You know what that reminds me of? Okay, this is so embarrassing. I've never told anyone this before, but basically, Kath gave me like a Christmas present, right? And her letter was so sweet and heartfelt, and I read it, and then I forgot where I put it, and I thought I threw it away. It was in my pocket in the end, but I thought I threw it away. So during class time, I was like, where did I put it? And I panicked. I tried to open the trash outside to see if I threw it away, and I was like looking to see if anyone would see. I didn't pick something from it, but I just like I tried to see, like I just tried to peek a little bit to see if I had thrown it away. And then this guy, he came out of his class and he looked to his left and he saw me just opening the trash to try to find it.
That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst person to ever like to see that. That's the worst choice.
I think it's mostly because our trash, like outside of the classroom, especially, is very nasty. Because it's like everyone's like, it's like everyone throws their food out there, and I'm like, and then like there's like sometimes like sauce, like spilled juice, and I'm like,
yeah.
No. This was like early morning though, so it was literally just worksheets and papers that people had thrown out. So luckily there wasn't anything bad, but I did wash my hands afterwards. So
imagine you didn't. Ew.
No way. I'm kind of germaphobe, so yeah.
Okay.
What do you think
to find that thing? Anyways, okay, continue.
What do you think is like the main reason that friendships don't last?
Ooh. I think honestly, distance.
Distance. I didn't know
that's so sad. I was just thinking about that. Like, what if
honestly, that's kind of me, because I have like a lot of like older friends, right? And like they're all like in university, and I'm like, like still in Indo, right? So like obviously I don't meet them as often, right? Especially with COVID, right? Like I've already made plans with them. Oh yeah, like they're coming home on summer, so like I'm gonna meet them during summer and stuff like that. And then winter I might go like and meet them, and then well, COVID happened, so I'm not meeting them. And that kind of like ever since they went to university, like haven't really been talking to them as much, but I'm still like we're still on like that level where we still open up about like personal things, but it's just the sense like we don't really talk as often, you know?
Yeah.
That sucks, because I feel like I'm one of those people that if we don't end up talking because of distance, I feel like I'm one of those people who just won't reach out, which is sad because the other person has to reach out. But like, I don't know, I'm just like scared. Usually.
I'm the opposite. I would reach out, but then like if you don't reply, I'll get sad.
So I feel bad. Like, what if like if things have changed or something?
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. Like when we go to university, I'm really scared that one day we not be friends anymore. I mean, I definitely don't think that that's gonna happen. I think we're definitely gonna meet each other at least once a year, probably. Yeah. Until we probably get like jobs or whatever. But you know, like the thought still scares me a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But I know like a lot of friend groups have conflicts, and I think that's the reason why a lot of them end.
Yeah, but I never get that, you know, like why do you guys have to like stop being friends because of conflicts, you know? Just
I have done that before.
Oh really?
But that's not like because of like just conflict. It's just because like usually because maybe you realize that they're a bad influence, and then you realize that you don't want to be associated with that kind, and you don't want to be their friend anymore. Like not because they were like attacking me or anything, but you realize that okay, this lifestyle isn't for me.
Yeah, that one I get. That one I get. Yeah, I feel like if you guys were to fight over something petty and like you had to like stop being friends because of that, I think that's just kind of immature, you know? Like I think you can just talk it out, you know? Cuz like okay, I get that if that were to happen in like grade 5 or 6 and but like if you guys are still doing that now, it's kind of like oh, like you come on, like we're like teen like we're like actually like teenagers now. We're not like tweens or something. Like you guys can talk it out, right? I'm like, yeah, you don't need to like lose a friendship just because of that.
Yeah, I agree. But it's so petty, like when some people, because I know so many people who aren't friends anymore, and like the way that they stop becoming friends were kind of weird. Like it's usually just a misunderstanding, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we don't have to, have that problem. I think we won't have that problem.
Mm-mm. No, usually if there's a misunderstanding in our friend group, it's like we're gonna like talk it out right away, right? So that's good. Which I really like that, honestly.
And what do you think about like big friend groups compared to small ones?
Oh, this is kind of sad. Okay, I feel like bigger friend groups are less genuine, which is kind of sad.
I was about to say.
Yeah, because like it's not like everyone can actually like be close to one another, right? And then like I feel like you should kind of limit your friend group at 8, if I'm being honest, right? Like if there's like 8 people, like okay, that's good. Like you guys you're still at like a number where you guys can still like be like each one of you are like friends with like one another, you know? And like you guys can like still be very compact. If like bigger friend groups like where it's like 16 people, it's kind of hard, you know? And it's also like I feel like there are also some instances where like there are also subgroups of that group. And so like this subgroup is gonna talk bad about this other girl from like the another subgroup and stuff like that, which is kind of sad. And I'm like, I thought you guys were friends. But yeah, I think if you guys are a big group, then and you guys are fine, then that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like most of them are not fine. I feel like there are some problems that I don't know about, that we don't know about. They just like hide it well.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's always something going on, like in group chats and stuff. They're always talking about something else, and they're having like, because like honestly, like when small friend groups have conflicts, like people don't really realize, like outside people, like sometimes they go to me and then they're just like, oh, your friend group is like, when we see it, it looks so like close together. You guys are so tight. Like, oh, but I'm like, if you only knew like the stuff that we talk about and like the arguments that we have had. Like, obviously not anymore, but like a few years ago when we were like younger and like less smart, I feel like there were more pointless conflicts.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually always come up to us and say that we have like a nice friend group. Isn't that right? Like a lot of people are always like that, and sometimes they kind of give away the fact that their friend groups are not nice. Right?
When you say that, I'm like, oh, okay. That means yours isn't that nice. You guys aren't that close. That's how I feel. But like,
close and so unproblematic.
When people say that to me, like I take it as a compliment. I think it's so good because I'm like, yeah, it's true. We do have a nice friend group. I'm glad you can see that. Because I like our friend group.
I feel like, wait, what are your thoughts on like, if you were to have like, if someone were to have a problem with you and they weren't to talk about it to you, but they will like keep it to yourself and like talk about it to another person and you hear it from that other person. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like
that has happened so many times.
Happened to me too. This happened to me too.
It's happened to me twice.
Oh, there was one time. I mean, this is not really in that case, but there was one time that I was like really upset with Kath. Not really upset, but I was weirded out about something that Kath did. And I was like, And then I told this one person about it. And that person, like, they don't know the fact that I would always like tell other people about my issues so that I can like clear my thoughts, right? That's the kind of person that I am, and I think you guys too. But I told that person about it, and then after I confronted Kath about it, like a year later or like a few months later, they said, "Oh, Kath, you know, Kandi was talking bad about you, smack about you once." And then I was like, did I actually do that? Because Kath confronted me, and then I don't remember talking bad about her and then not confronting her afterwards about that, you know? And then she told me about the situation. I was like, oh, yeah, we already know that. We already resolved it, you know?
Oh.
Anyways.
I just think if you have a problem, then you can sort it out. And it doesn't have to be, sometimes that people blow it out of proportion. People like to speak for other people. They're like, you know, this girl said something about you and she said you're like ugly. I'm just giving an example. And then it turns out like she didn't say that at all. You know?
Yeah, that's why I hate hearing it from other people, because usually they twist words.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
it's annoying, right? And I'm just like if you have a problem, just sort it out. Like you don't need a middle person, please. Like just get it over with, you know, so that you guys both know like what both of your point of views are, you know. So like there's nothing in between going on. Like you can't have a middle person saying like, yeah, well, like I think about this to her, and then like, yeah, I think about that about her. No, stuck it out.
yeah, I agree.
About confrontations, what is your experience? Do they work for you?
Yes. Honestly, yeah, because I like confrontation. Like, because I like having, I like, no, no, wait, no, I don't mean it that way, right? I like confrontation more than like just letting it like flow, you know? Because I like I like clearing things up rather than just letting it like build up more and making this person think like I actually said these things about them, right? So I actually I've actually confronted kind of like a lot of people, to be honest. Like, and like if they were to talk, this was like in grade 8, like someone talks smack about me, I used to confront them. But like now, whenever they talk smack about me, I literally don't care. But like if it was like someone that I'm close to, and like they actually like said some hurtful things, I would actually confront them. It actually helps.
Yeah.
I actually kind of hate confrontations. Like I don't like them at all because I get way too emotional. I am like an angry confronter. You know?
That's true.
Like,
you are. You really are.
Kandi knows this because I have confronted Kandi herself.
She gets frustrated sometimes.
I get frustrated because, okay, here's the thing. Because I know I'm right. Okay. Usually I get frustrated because I know I'm right and I care about the person and I want them to realize my way, which is the right way, but they don't get it.
Yeah,
and then I get annoyed. No, it's because I know I'm right. Because I look at things from like a non-biased perspective, and then I'm like, sometimes you don't, most of the time, and then usually like this person, they're like too clouded by their like other problems. They're like because they're of their insecurities and they're like, yeah. No, because usually this person, I'm not talking about a specific person. I'm just saying because usually the person, they usually don't have, if when it comes to things like personal things, sometimes their judgment gets clouded because of insecurities that they have or like stuff that they think, but sometimes it's not true. It's stuff that they are insecure about, and then it comes out, and then I'm just there to like, you know, settle things, and I'm like, maybe it's not like that. I'm a very like, I don't like confrontations because I get really angry, but that's just because I care about the person. Like I get frustrated because like sometimes they're sad and they're like, no, what if this, and I'm like, when I'm looking at it this way, I'm like, that's not true at all. Why don't you understand me? I care about you. I don't want you to be sad. That's
I'm kind of like you. I hate confrontation. Like I don't mind being confronted, but I get a little bit awkward when it comes to telling the person that I think what they're doing is wrong or something like that. But I will do it anyways. It's just like,
I don't remember even my last confrontation. It has been a while, but I'm just saying, like, I usually don't have good experiences. Like, it works, but then, like, I feel really way too stressed out when I'm in a confrontation.
I don't know. I for me, I just have to stay relaxed so that I can get my point across, right? because obviously the whole point of this confrontation is to talk it out. So like I can't just be screaming at them. But then if I do actually like if they don't actually want to listen to me or like what I'm trying to say, I do get annoyed, but I don't get annoyed to them, you know. I get annoyed to like Kandi, for example, like basically other people who are not part of that confrontation, you know. I'm just like, oh my god, it's so annoying. They're not listening to me, blah blah blah. But then I'll try again. I'm like, because I just want to clear things up, you know.
Yeah.
I remember there was one time Kandi was the middleman for me, because like we're both stubborn people, and then I was just like, no, I don't want to talk to her because like she's not listening to me because I've tried once already, right? And then she's also like, no, I don't want to talk to her. Like whatever she thinks that way, whatever, I don't care. And then Kandi like tricked me and her. Well, I don't think her. I think for sure me. She's like, oh yeah, Kath, can you come into this room? And then Kandi brought me into the classroom, and I was like, why is she here? And then we talked it out in front of Kandi, and then like Kandi was like, you know what? If you don't want me to hear this part, I'll just listen to music really loudly. We're like, it's okay, whatever. You know my point of view, you know her point of view, whatever. And like so we talked it out, and so yeah.
But I feel like when I get annoyed that they're especially that I try not to get angry at them. I'm just like, why don't you realize? And then it's not working, they're still like, yeah, and then I just leave. Like I leave the confrontation, I leave the conversation. I'm like, I don't want to be any more mad. Like if you don't get it, yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I don't find a point in like leaving because it's just like I wasted my efforts just trying to confront them the first time, you know. And I just kind of want them to understand why I felt this way or I'm feeling this way, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of like that too. But then it's just so awkward sometimes, especially if it's a group confrontation, all to confront this one person, because it's not everybody that has the problem with the person being confronted, right? Even though that's what it seems like.
Are you guys usually like the confronter or the one being confronted?
I'm to be honest, I'm usually the middle person. I'm the one that everybody rants to.
So, oh, that's true. I like ranting Kandi. It's funny. But I've like usually like I think lately I've been like the confronter, like the last few confrontations I've had. But a long time ago, I used to always get confronted.
I
feel like people just have problems with me. So.
Me too, but mine is because everybody was like, Kandi, you're so blind. You're blinded by like this person or whatever. I had so many of those confrontations. So many.
And were we wrong?
Yeah, no. Were we wrong? Look at you now.
We weren't wrong. No, sometimes because this is the thing about confronting Kandi. Out of all the people, she is so stubborn. She does not want to admit that she is wrong. And then a few months later, you see that she is wrong, and she's still like, "No, I wasn't wrong.
I was right. Like I don't regret it." And we're like,
I hate admitting that.
Okay. I know.
It's annoying.
Girl, I know. We have been through that.
Yeah.
Really, she just hates admitting that she's wrong.
No, she's like, oh, well,
it's so actually, bad.
She's like, well, no, it's like a learning experience. Blah blah blah. We're like, shut up.
It's true. That is true, though. I am really like that.
Literally, in one of our confrontations, it wasn't a confrontation, but we were like, Kandi, Kandi and this guy, blah, blah, blah. And then Candy's like, no, never. And then a few months later, I was right. And then she still did not want to admit it. She was like, no, that's not how it worked. And I was like, it's literally how it went. And you just don't want to admit that you're wrong. To this day, she still doesn't admit it. She hates admitting, even from like the smallest things. Recently, we had a group call when Kandi had a frog in her villa. Okay. Kandi had a frog in her villa, and her and her sister were trying to catch it. It spanned over like an hour and a half of her just trying to catch this frog because they were both too scared. So they were just screaming at this frog. And this whole time we were giving her tips and she was like following them. And after that we were like, that took way too long. Like we were helping you the whole time. And she was like, no, you guys didn't help me. That was all me and Sally. That was my idea. It literally wasn't. We were helping her the whole time. I can't even, because she's so like, no, that's not how it went. But no, but okay. And she was like that. And I'm like,
okay,
me, the person honest, who
I was in the middle of a panic attack. Okay, so it doesn't matter. See, this is the kind of arguments we have.
Yeah. It's because everyone else in the room knows that you're wrong, but you're the only one that does not want to admit it. Oh, like people getting jealous of each other or something.
Oh my god, that's very prevalent. I think even now though. That happens in all friend groups, I'm sure though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happens. Why my voice is cracked. Yeah, I think that happens in every friend group. Like, it's not. I don't think it's like they're jealous and like it's like a very big thing. I think it can just be like a certain thing that like their friend is very good at, but they're not. Like for example, I'm jealous over Kandi being like the fact that she has a very good work ethic. Kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, me too.
And like I'm jealous of you, Moy, because like you're always like, I look so ugly. But like when you open the camera, I'm like, you call that ugly? Excuse me.
No, I feel like jealousy is always gonna be there as long as it doesn't cause any big problems, and it's fine. It's always gonna be there. So I'm like,
though. Kath, I was so jealous of Kath, like so jealous because of this person who's being really mean and icky, and we laugh about it now, but at the time it was really bad. Like
no, but I also didn't get it. I didn't get why you were so jealous of me, because like you were like, I'm so jealous of you, I'm so jealous of you, and I'm like, huh? I'm jealous of you. Like you're happy and stuff, and then like little did I know, because like when I said those things, like I wasn't like as close to you as I am now. But yeah, and like you know, it was to the extent that like Kandi would comment on my Instagram. She's like, I hate you. Why are you so pretty? Like, or I'm so jealous of you. And like I deleted those comments, you know.
Thank God I don't remember that. But yeah, I feel like that's possible. It's very possible. Anyways, see, that's the best thing about being best friends. Like, yeah, you can talk about it.
I feel like, yeah, like I like we always talk about what we're jealous of for like each other, but like it's just for fun, because it's not that serious, honestly. Like if you're that jealous, and it's like until it's ruining your friendship, then that's bad. But for us, it's just like, oh, I want to be like Kandi because she blah 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 blah. I want to be like Kath because it's like that's it.
I mean, like the reason why we're friends low key is because we need all of those things, you know?
Yeah.
Like if we could just make one amalgamation of a person, then we'd be like the perfect human being.
That's true. I agree. True. What do you think about like having like a hierarchy in a friend group?
I hate it.
Bound to happen though. Like biologically speaking, biologically speaking, that is something that happens in every group in order for it to work. I think most of the time that does happen.
Really? But even in our friend group, I don't know who's
yeah, me neither. But I think in different situations, it might change. You know, like in group projects, I tend to be a little bit more dominant because some people.
I'm definitely not.
Me neither.
Like, especially when we're in a group together, I realize that sometimes you just don't really care about the project because it's not that important. But I put in like, I want everyone to do something, and it needs to be according to how I want it to turn out. I'm really bossy when it comes to like presentations and stuff. So in that sense, you know, versus if it was like a game or whatever that you're the best at, we'd probably follow your lead or whatever. So I think
that's true.
It depends on the situation, you know. Friendship momentum. No, memento.
What memento?
Mementos, like friendship bracelets and necklaces and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on that? Because I wear my stuff all the time.
I feel like it's cute, but like I would prefer it if they made it, if they were to buy it, like in those like, for example, like Claire's. You know how like Claire's used to have like the magnet hearts, like best friend. That one, if
I
they were
still have mine.
if they
I
were to
still
give
have
me that, I
mine.
don't think I would like it. I feel like okay, it's the thought that counts, but then I feel like it's more meaningful if they were to make it.
I don't mind. I don't mind, but
Yeah, I
It's-
actually do have like friendship bracelets and stuff, and I wear them, and I love them. But I don't know. I just don't think you need a memento to show your friendship. I
yeah,
just think
true.
That's true. That's true.
I just think it's something cute,
I have a friendship ring with Candy. And then
Yes.
Oh, that's so
the funny
cute.
thing is that it looks like a wedding band. So everyone's just like,
It's cute though. Um,
Yeah, I like it.
what are your thoughts on like introducing a new person to a friend group?
ooh, it's hard. I feel like it's good, but like it won't always work out because like each person will obviously have their own feelings towards this new person, and like who knows, maybe they won't like the new dynamic of the friend group with this new person. So
Yes. I think based on experience, it doesn't really work well for me.
Yeah,
I even if I end up staying friends with that person, I never actually end up connecting to that person or those people. So I tend to just stay with the same people, and I don't really like to break out of my shell.
me too.
Like, yeah, I'm okay with like being introduced to like new people as a friend group. But then if you're introducing us as in you want them to come and join the friend group, then I think the person should be friends with every other person first until they can be included in the
I feel like it's
circle.
too forceful if you
That's why.
like try to make them into the group. Because I feel like we didn't join the group; it just happened, you know.
I joined the
And I
group.
feel like,
You guys were already a friend group.
well, but like we were all already like kind of friends with you, so it wasn't
Yeah,
it, it
but
wasn't like weird or anything.
like I
But
think
like,
in terms of like in your case, it's different because you still talk to some of these people individually, versus I think some other people wouldn't be exactly like that.
but I don't really consider some people a part of the group. I just like I want to separate the friendship. So they're still close friends, but I don't think of them as part of the group that we have already made.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Sometimes I'm like that too, but yeah, it depends. To close off, what is your favorite memories that you've had in your friend group?
Our friend group.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Or
have different
anything.
though. I have different.
Anything.
I have a lot. So with Moira and this other person, it was Zumba class every week, right?
That was fun.
That was
That
really
was so
fun. I
fun.
really miss it. And then um with Candy and how do I say it? Okay, Candy and this other person, it was it's just us in physics. And then no, not physics. Oh no, it's us. It's just us always hanging out. I don't know, for some reason, us three, we always hang out together for some reason, right?
You
And then,
two are so similar, but you don't want to see it. That's why. I swear, you guys are so similar.
I
Like,
agree, actually. I
right?
really?
agree with that.
Yeah, you guys are so similar.
Yeah.
That's why. Like, so similar. I know you both don't see it, but then like everybody else sees it. Like, you guys are the same. Like,
I actually don't know like my favorite memories. I can't think of any right now, but I know there's like so many, but most of like my favorites happened in school, which is sad because now I can't
yeah.
like go to school. But because like in class, I'm always like talking to people in class. So like probably like with Kath and Kandi, probably like in probably our class where we like watch films or something, because I used to do that
Yeah.
with Kath.
Because we
And
always
I just talk a lot in class. Yeah.
because the weird thing is, for class, I barely sit with Candy, because I always disturb her. To be honest, right? So I always sit with you, Moy. So and then we're always watching something, right? And then I watched Scott Pilgrim for the first time because you were watching it in class. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? And we were watching it during humanities. And our teacher even called out.
It's always in humanities. That's when I'm always watching.
And then
I used to get annoyed by you guys sometimes, when I was in grade 9, because you guys kept on watching films, and I'd be like, well, first of all, I like watching films like after school. Like I watched Tangled with Moira. That was really fun. And it was really funny. That's my favorite.
I feel like everyone has like at least once watched a movie with me, because I have so many movies on like my laptop.
But
and I always watch them in school.
Class, I'm trying to focus, and I cannot have distractive laughter in the background that also makes me want to laugh. You know what I mean? So sometimes I tell Kath, just bugger off.
No, but then when there are times I sit with you in grade 9, I was quiet. But then when it came to grade 10 math, no. Unless it was like towards our like exam period.
Oh yeah, then Kath hands on with the subject.
In class, like I'm still paying attention, but then like I like to do other things. Like I know in like my drama class, like while people were literally practicing, me and these two other people, we literally made a musical all on our own, like just for fun. And then we got told off because everyone said we were too annoying. I hear that we're a lot thrown everywhere because people say I'm so annoying, but I'm just having fun. People always tell me off, but I'm just like I just like having fun in class. It makes the learning experience better.
No, drama reminds me of our film that we made.
Yeah, we made a film. We have a really bad film.
The best.
And we submitted it. So that's like, but like recently,
and all of us got good grades except like we got the star of the show.
No, but like for like now memories, I think it's hard. But then I just like really like calling every once in a while.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard now, I like calling and like playing games sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. That's fun.
Yeah.
I hate Corona though.
I know. I really want to hang out, but then like I know no one else is allowed to. I'm not allowed to either, but like just to be safe, we're not allowed to go out. And it sucks because I want to see my friends. It's just not the same through a screen.
We should go to a theme park one day together.
Yeah.
I want to. Girl, I wish.
Okay. So we all obviously hope COVID ends soon so we can all meet again. Because like I literally haven't met Moira in a year. I've only met Kandi in like this whole COVID period. So
Kandi's the last person I hung out with before I wasn't allowed.
Yeah, me too. And I'm not allowed to hang out with anybody else.
Yeah, me too. And you also like you left too early, so we weren't able to hang out.
I know, I want to go home, but I can't because COVID at home is really bad. But yeah, let's just hope COVID back home ends quickly. So yeah, thank you for listening. Please follow our podcast on Spotify. Subscribe to our YouTube at Things Podcast. Like this video, comment down below, and rate our podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And you can check out the link in our Instagram bio or under our YouTube videos to see what other platforms you can listen to our podcast. So
yes.
Bye.
Stay safe and don't go clubbing.
Bye.
Yeah, and thank you, Moira, for joining us in this episode.
I loved it. I loved being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And bye.
Bye.